this is Emma. And Emma is my 25th doll that I've done this year. Pretty sure. I'll change that if it's not. I'm losing track. And a little bit about her is that she is only about 12.5 to 13 inches tall, which is a lot shorter than a typical 16-inch doll, which I tend to have a lot of in that size range. And her proportions are smaller. Her little head is a lot smaller than a typical doll, and I really like her proportions. In fact, she's kind of put together a little bit better as well. And she's got these cute little chubby hands that it was nicer to work with versus some of the just really cheap little hands. And she also has a really cute feet. So her feet were so adorable that, of course, I had to leave her barefoot. And on her dress, it had a synthetic material and so maybe a poly cotton or something that didn't want to take the dye. So what I did is I laid it flat and then I spray it. And that's a good technique. You just let it dry that way. Then you get all these really stained looking areas, which I like. So one thing I did notice that kind of snuck up was this really weird stain. So I just want to show you there are some weird stains on here. And then of course, because it was sitting on its front, the back did not get as much of the dye. But you don't normally see the back anyway. And everybody gets so dirty on the front. And she has some on her sleeves, so that worked out really well. Anyway, I love the little dress. I don't know the story where the dress came from. I don't remember what doll it came from or anything. It was just in a bunch of doll clothes that I had. And I don't know what else came with the original dress. But it had like a really basic collar. And you can see it up in there. And so I added the piece of doily here. I just cut the center out so that I could use it for a collar. I'm always looking for creative ways to add to my little dolls. She is very special in that I have no other dolls like her that I know of. Having this certain size doll are just not as common that have this, like a baby brew type face, minus the dimple, but have this the proportions of this doll, and like I said, she's very unique. So if you want a doll that is smaller to mix in with your other dolls, it's just to give you some different heights and levels. I'll have to show pictures of her with their sisters and brother so that you get an idea how she really adds to the mix very well. Makes a great little sister. So what I love about, of course, I love everything about my babies. She has some great hair. This hair, I have all these remnants of hair, but I literally hoard little pieces over to the side saying, I know what I want to do with this piece. So I knew that this piece had to be bangs. I just loved how thin and wispy it was. It was perfect. I did have to trim a few hairs to kind of keep, because I wanted it to kind of look like wispy bangs versus just straggly hair. I did give her some extra length in the back. It's so hard to work with one hand. But she has just a few stringy strands coming down in the bottom like this. Just a few. Just for fun. And I don't have a lot of long pieces. And I did put a really cool soft piece just on the top because I wanted, typically you're going to see this is a different piece of hair than this. So you're going to get this variety. And when I do my dolls, if I didn't mention this before, I alternate the direction of the way the hair is growing, like the grain of the hair, and go against the grain. And so I do a strip one way, and I do a strip the other, and that's what makes it really puff out so nicely. And that's, and you also, by mixing the different hair textures, you get just a different look. You get a little fluffier, little things like that. So that's why I just played around with her hair and but I was like, I love this piece. I just love it. It was so precious for some bangs. And it worked with her as far as her tiny face. She didn't need like a ton of hair up there. So anyway, I love my girl. She's just so special. And of course I love all my girls and boys and everything I make because that's why I do it, because I love it. But she's very different, and I'm going to put her on eBay. Her starting bid will be $99.99. And we'll see where it goes from there. Now, one thing I've really debated on putting an accessory with her, and I'm going to go back and revisit that. But the thing with putting any kind of accessory, I usually work on the accessories. It's usually something I get and I do something with. So there's more time involved. And that's why I don't know if I want to invest any more time. I'd rather somebody get her and then do what they want with her, because they may have something really cool. I mean, you just take whatever you want, stick it in her hands, like this lovely little penguin. But have some fun with her and, kind of make her your own. So, thanks for watching.